بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Dear students, we are here to explain another tense. We have previously explained some tenses, for the present continuous tense and present simple tense and past simple tense. And in this lecture, we are going to explain the tense, which is the present perfect tense, and how do we make a sentence in the present perfect tense, and how do we make when do we use that tense also, and how do we make the negative and questions, and what are the adverbs that are used with this tense also. So in this inshallah lecture, we are going to explain all these pointers. You know that the present perfect tense is one of the tenses that sometimes students may face some difficulty, Arabic students I mean, who face difficulty in learning the present perfect tense in English. So now we are going to explain this tense and the form, first of all, and the structure of this tense. How do we make a sentence in the present perfect tense? Now look at this table. We have in the table, we have the form of the verb present perfect tense. So we have to use the subject first, and then we have to use verb to have or has, and then we have to use verb 3, I mean the past participle of the verb. So now look, we have now in these two structures of the present perfect tense, we have and has. For example, now we have, you remember and you know that have and has. Have is used with plural, usually with plural subjects, with plural nouns, and has is usually used with singular nouns, and they are followed by the past participle of the verb. So in the structure here we have, for example, I, we, they, and you, and you know that these pronouns and these subjects are used with the verb to have, and we have he and she and it, and singular nouns can be used with has, and followed by then you have a past participle. For example, you have finished, and you have lost, and you have done and been. So a sentence in this form is called a sentence in the present perfect tense. So when I say, for example, I have finished my work, I have done my work, for example, I have lost, for example, my keys. So these sentences are in the past and the present perfect tense because they have and has, and then followed by the past participle. So they are in the present perfect tense. So this tense, it is usually used to give new information sometimes, So when I say, for example, oh, I have cut my finger, this is a new information, to tell someone some new information, and that, but there is no, a specific time for the action that happened. So we use the present perfect tense. For example, now when I say, I have cut my finger here, I have cut my finger, I gave someone a new information, but there is no specific time. I didn't define a specific time for the action in this tense. In this sentence, I didn't say when have I cut my finger. So I have cut my finger. This is the present perfect tense because the structure here we have, and then the past participle cut. The second one we have, the road is closed. The road is closed. There has been an accident. There has been an accident. So there has been an accident. There has been an accident happening here on this road, but we didn't know when did that accident happen, and it gives new information, and the action here is not specified with a specific time. So we have police have arrested 2 men connected to the robbery. Police have arrested 2 men connected to the robbery. Also we have police here is the subject, and verb to have, and verb to have, and then we have arrested is the past participle. So this sentence also is in the present perfect tense. So all these 3 sentences are in the present perfect tense because they have the form of the present perfect tense, which is have or has, using and followed by the past participle. And we know that usually the present perfect tense is used to express an action sometimes with not unspecified time. The time of that action is not specified. Usually, the period and the duration is open. So number 2 here now with the second point, when we use the present perfect, there is a connection with now. The action in the past, but it can have a result now. So sometimes we do something in the past, but there is a result that is still available till now. There's a connection, and there's a relation between the past, the action. There's a relation between the past and now. When I say, for example, Tom has lost his keys, or Tom has lost his key, for example, I mean, he doesn't have it now. Till now, he didn't find his keys. Till now, he didn't find his keys. So I mean, he has lost them in the past, but they are still lost till now. I mean, the result is still available till now. So when I say Tom has lost his key, I mean, the keys are not with him now. Also, the second one, when I say he told me his name, he told me his name, but I have forgotten it. So that means till now I didn't remember, I cannot remember what's his name. So he told me, for example, I met someone before 2 weeks, for example, or a month, and he gave me his name, but now I forgot his name. So I say he told me his name, he told me his name. So this is the past simple tense, he told me, but I've forgotten it. But I have forgotten it. Why do we use here the present perfect tense? Because till now I cannot remember his name. I cannot remember his name now. Sally is still here. Sally is still here. She hasn't gone out because she is still here. She hasn't gone out. She is here now. That means Sally is still here. That means till now she is here and she didn't leave. So Sally she hasn't gone out. So now these sentences show that the present perfect tense can be used to express something or some actions that are connected to the past. I mean, that something happened in the past but is connected to the present. I mean, they are connected to the present. For example, now we have one point that I want to explain here, which is compare go and been. So what's the difference between gone and been? These are two past participles of the verb is go and be. So what's the difference between the verb when I say, for example, I have been to Italy and I have gone, for example, to Italy? Difference between these two, verb is gone and been. So for example, now look, when I say, for example, James is on holiday, he has gone to Italy. James is on holiday, he has gone to Italy. That means he is there now. So when I use the verb gone here, he has gone is different from he has been. He has gone means that he is he may be still there, or he may be on his way there. So he has gone to Italy. That means he is still there. So he is there now or on his way there. But when I say, for example, he has been to Italy, someone has been to Italy, or she has been to Italy. For example, Amy is back home now. She is back home now. She has been to Italy. That means she went to Italy, but now she came back. Now she is in her country. So when I say Amy is back home now, she has been to Italy. That means she went to Italy, but now she is at home. So she has now come back. So the difference now between go and been, gone and been in these two sentences, we have go is used, the verb gone in the sentence to express that the action and the someone is still there or maybe on his way. But when we use been, for example, it means that he came back and he is not he is no longer there. So this is the difference between gone and been. So when I say, for example, I have gone to Italy, I have gone to France, or I have been to France. So when I say to someone, I have been to France, that means I went to France and came back. But when we say, for example, Ahmed has gone to France, so that means he is there now. So now look, you can use the present perfect with just, already, and yet. Now, in this point, we are going to talk about some adverbs that are used with the present perfect tense. Some adverbs used usually with the present perfect tense because they express that happened, happened, closer to the present. So we have, for example, just, already, and yet. Just here, what does it mean just here? What's the difference between just, already here? So just means a short time ago. So when I say, for example, I have just had lunch, I have just done my homework, for example, I have just done my homework, that means I did it before a short time ago. So I have done something, so I have just done something, that means before a short time. And you have already also, that we have sooner than expected. Something happened sooner than expected. So just now, for example, in the sentence, are you hungry? I ask someone, are you hungry? He says, no, I have just had lunch. I have just had lunch. He means that he had, before a short time, he had lunch. Already, it means sooner than expected. For example, don't forget to pay the bill. Don't forget to pay the bill. So I have already paid it. Well, he says, I have already paid it. So I have already paid it. That means you don't expect that he paid it very sooner. So I have already paid it. That means very sooner than expected. So this is the difference between just and already. So these two adverbs, just and already, are mainly and usually used with the present perfect tense, because they express, that means there is a very short time between the action and the present and now. So they can be used, and this is one of the uses of the present perfect tense, which is connected to the present. So these two adverbs are show that there is connection with the present. And now look, we have the third adverb, which is yet. Yet means till now. Usually yet, it is usually used with questions sometimes, and sometimes with negative sentences. So until now, it means until now. So when we say, for example, we use, so now look, we use yet to show that we are expecting something to happen. We use yet in questions and negative sentences. We use yet in questions and negative sentences. Now look, we have this question, for example, has it stopped raining yet? Till now. Till now, has it stopped raining? For example, I have written the email, but I haven't sent it yet. There is something mistake. I haven't sent it yet. So when I say I haven't sent it yet, I mean till now I didn't send that email. So when I say, for example, someone say, have you done your homework? Have you done your homework? He says, till now I haven't done it. So till now I didn't do it. So yet means till now, which is also another adverb that usually used with the present perfect tense. So it can be used with questions, and it can be used with negative statements in the present perfect tense. So in the following examples, we have the speaker are talking about a period that continues until now. So for example, now when I ask someone, have you heard anything from Ben recently? Have you heard anything from Ben recently? That means till now, have you heard something from Ben? So, and these adverbs, for example, you have recently, in the last few days, so far, since I arrived, for example, etc. So these are adverbs that can be used also with the present perfect tense. They indicate that the action may continues till now. They indicate that the action may continue till now. For example, when I said to someone, have you heard anything from Ben recently? I have met a lot of people in the last few days. I have met a lot of people in the last, till now. I have met a lot of people in the last few days. Everything is going well. There haven't been any problems so far. There haven't been any problems so far. Till now, there haven't been any problems. Everything is going well. Everything is going okay. Everything is okay. So there haven't been any problems so far. That means till now, there haven't been any problems. So the weather is bad here. The weather is bad here. So it has rained every day since I arrived. It has rained every day since I arrived. So that means the action may continue till now. So it may continue till this till this time that in which I speak. So the speakers are talking here about a period that continues till the time of speaking. So these adverbs, recently, in the last few days, so far, since I arrived. So all these adverbs, they can be used sometimes to express that there is also a connection between the action in the past and in the present, because the present perfect tense usually use it to express sometimes connection, and the action is connected with the present. From the past to the closer to the present. Now look, we have, for example, sometimes we have some expressions that can be used with the present perfect tense. For example, now it is the first time something has happened. Now, for example, this expression, it's the first time, it's the second time, it's the third time. So these expressions are usually used with the present perfect tense. So for example, now look at this example. It is the first time he has driven a car. It's the first time he has driven a car. Here we have he has driven a car is in the present perfect tense. Why? Because we have the expression it is the first time, and so in this case we don't use the present simple tense drivers. So as we say, it is the first time he has driven a car. For example, the second one, he hasn't driven a car before. The same meaning. We say, for example, he hasn't driven a car before. So I mean, till now he hasn't driven a car. For example, he has never driven a car before. He has never driven a car before. So all these sentences, for example, now we have expression. For example, it's the first time. So in this case, we use the present perfect tense. In the same way, we can say, for example, Sarah has lost her passport again. This is the second time this has happened. Now we have this. This is the second time. So the first time, the second time, these expressions are all are used with the present perfect tense. So if you say, for example, this is the second time I have gone to, for example, to Mukalla. That's the second time I have, for example, visited, for example, my friend. So this is the second time I have visited. This is the second time he has visited. So this one, the second time and the first time, it's the first time and it's the second time. They can be used with the present perfect tense. Now look, for example, we have Andy is phoning his friend again. Andy is phoning his friend again. It is the third time he has phoned him this evening. It is the third time he has phoned him this evening. So now we have also, it's the third time. So the first time, the second time. So all these expressions can be used with the present perfect tense and not with the present simple tense. Now we'll go to the second point in the present perfect tense, which is also using some adverbs and some expressions with the present perfect tense. For example, now we have today, we have this evening, we have this year, etc. But when do we use these expressions? Sometimes with the present perfect tense. Now look, in the same way, we use the present perfect with today, this evening, this year, etc. When these periods are not finished at the time of speaking, I mean that we are still in this period of time. So when I say, for example, I've drank 4 cups of coffee today, that means we are still today. Okay, we are still today. Today now is not finished. I mean, the period of time today is not finished. That means I'm still in this period today. So when I say I've drank 4 cups of coffee today, that today now we are still in that day, continuing that day, and that day doesn't finish. I mean, so these expressions and these adverbs can be used with the present also perfect tense, but these periods of time are not finished at the time of speaking. So, for example, also when I say I have visited Mukalla 4 times this year. I have visited Mukalla 4 times this year. So I mean, this year is still this year. We haven't finished it. For example, 2026. So now I have visited Mukalla at the beginning of this year. For example, in January I have visited Mukalla, and then in February, for example, and then in March. But now we are still in this year, which is 2026. Okay, we have now for example, in April. So we can say I have visited Mukalla, for example, 3 times this year. So why do we say I have visited here? Why do we use the present perfect tense? Because this period of time, this year, is still, continuing and didn't finish. I mean, this period of time didn't finish. So we can use the present perfect in this case. So look at these examples now. Have you had a holiday this year? Have you had a holiday this year? So that means I ask him now about this year from the beginning till now. I asked him about the beginning, about if he went to a holiday, for example, from the beginning of this year till now. So have you had a holiday this year? I mean, this year is still and didn't finish. I haven't seen Tom this morning. I haven't seen Tom this morning. So, and have you? Okay, I haven't seen Tom this morning. Have you? So we are still in the morning now. We are still in the morning. So I say, I haven't seen Tom this morning. I mean, we didn't say I didn't see Tom this morning. So when I say, when I'm, for example, in the evening, I say, I didn't see Tom this morning. I didn't see Tom this morning. So, but now I'm talking in the evening. I'm not talking in the morning. But if you are still talking in the morning and the period of time is still not finished, so we say I haven't seen Tom this morning. So we use the present perfect tense here because we are still speaking in the morning. Also, we have I have met 3 friends today. I have met 3 friends today from the morning till now. So that means we are still in this day, and this day didn't finish. So I have met 3 friends today. That means the period of time not finished. So we use the present perfect tense. So, but if that period of time finished, so we can use the past simple tense because if we talk, for example, today, now we are in the midnight, for example. So we can say I met, for example, three friends today. But now, because today is still the period is still not finished, so we can say I have met three friends today. In this point, we have some exercise concerning the present perfect tense. So the present perfect tense, it is very important, okay, and we have to focus on the structure of the present perfect tense. And you remember that present perfect now is formed by using have or has, and followed by the past participle of the verb. For example, now look, we have this is exercise. Complete the sentences using the present perfect. For example, Sally is still here. She hasn't gone. She hasn't gone out. Sally is still here. She hasn't gone out. So why do we say she hasn't gone out? Because she is still here. She is still here. Huh? Okay, Sally is still here. So we say she hasn't gone out. The second one, number 2 now, I can't find my bag. I can't find my bag. So can you make this question, for example, in the present perfect tense? So you can say, for example, have you seen it? Okay, anywhere? Have you seen it anywhere? Because it is till now, it is not available. Okay, I can't find it till now. I can't, okay, for example, log on to the website. So I forget my password. I forgot my password. Till now, I don't know what's my password. So I have to say, I have forgotten my password. So be careful concerning the structure, and you have to use I have forgotten. So now you can look at number 4 and number 5 and number 6, and you can make them in the present perfect tense. Consider, okay, the form of the present perfect tense and do them correctly. The second exercise is also in the present perfect tense. You ask people about things they have done. Write questions with ever. So sometimes we use ever here with the questions with the present perfect tense. For example, have you ever done something? Have you ever played? Have you ever done your homework? Have you ever, for example, gone to Italy? So we can use ever in questions. For example, ride horse. So we have an example here. Ride horse. Have you ever ridden a horse? Have you ever ridden a horse? That means in your life, have you ever ridden a horse? Okay, for example, number 2 now, be California. You have be here, the verb is be, and you have California. So California, so you have to say, have you been, okay, have you been to California? Have you been? Because you have, so we have to use been. It is the past participle of be. Have you been to California? And then now you have run marathon, also run marathon. So you can use, for example, have you run in a marathon, and so on. So then you have number 4 and number 5. Try to make questions using ever in the present perfect, present perfect tense. Okay, so now we have finished the present perfect tense. So we have to be careful concerning the tenses that we have explained here, and what is the difference between those tenses. You have to consider their structures and their usage. Also, when do we use each of those tenses? Now we'll move to another tense, which is the present perfect continuous. The present perfect continuous is also one of the tenses that are available in English but not available in Arabic. We are going to give you, the form of that tense and when do we use that tense. So now look, we have the form is, you can see the form here in this table. We have, you remember, the present perfect tense, we have or has, and then followed by the past participle. But in this tense, the present perfect continuous, so there should be have or has, and then followed by been, and then been should be followed by verb with ing. So, for example, they have been doing, they have been driving, they have been working, they have been playing, for example. So when I say I have been reading since morning, for example. So this is present perfect continuous. This is present perfect continuous. I have been reading, for example, since morning. I have been reading, not I have read. I have read means something complete maybe, and something, connected in the past. But this one, it may be continuing till now and may continue in the future. This tense, we use so now the structure is clear. I think I have been, if we have, for example, a singular subject, we have to use has. For example, she has been reading, she has been working, she has been, for example, watching TV, and so on. So this is the structure and the form of the present perfect continuous. So we use the present perfect continuous for an activity that has recently stopped or just stopped. Sometimes if something has already stopped, just stop it. So sometimes we can use the present perfect tense, and we may find some results for that action that was continuing in the past but stop it already. Okay, so for example, if I see someone, for example, is out of breath, for example, or if I go, for example, to the streets and find a lot of water in the streets, so I can say it has been raining. It has been raining. It has been raining. That means it has been raining from the past and continuing till now, and it may have just stop it. So in this case, we use the present perfect continuous because there is some indication and something that tells us that the action has already stopped. So why are you out of breath? Why are you out of breath? Out of breath, someone was, for example, walking, running, and now he's out of breath. So I ask him, why are you out of breath? Have you been running? So he may say, for example, I have been running all day. I have been running all day. So I have been running all day. That means all day I have been running till now. Just now I have stopped running. So this is present perfect tense. So for example, the second example, Paul is very tired. He's been working hard because now he is tired. Now he is very tired. So why? Because he has been working hard. That means from the morning and all day he has been working. So now he feels tired. So at this moment he is tired. So that indicates that he has just stopped work. The second, number three, for example, number three, why are you so tired? What have you been doing? Why are you so tired? The same. Why are you so tired? What have you been doing? So this one, because he is tired, so I ask him, what have you been doing? So I use here the present perfect continuous here. Why? What have you been doing? Because I find that he is tired. That means he may stop the action that he was doing just now. Where have you been? I have been looking for you. I have been looking for you till now. Just now he found him and he said, I have been looking for you. That means he has just found him, so he has just stopped looking for him. So this is, one of the uses of the present perfect continuous. So it is used to express an activity that has recently stopped or has just stopped. So now look, we'll come to the exercise of this tense, which is the present continuous tense, concerning the point of those verbs that are not used with continuous tenses. Now look, dear students, we have the first one, for example, are you hungry? Do you want something to eat? So we said that the verb want here cannot be used with the continuous tense. So present continuous or present perfect continuous cannot, we cannot use the verb want with them. So you can say, do you want, not have you been wanting. Number two, for example, Alan says he's 90 years old, but nobody, so we have believe him. So what can we say here? So Alan says he's 90 years old, but nobody believes him. We cannot say, but nobody has been believing him. Okay, so we cannot say, but nobody has been believing him, because the verb believe here cannot be used with the present perfect continuous. And also number three, also the same. So she told me her name, but you cannot say, for example, I have not been remembering, but you can say, I don't remember it now. So, and the other, number four, number five, number six, you can do them, and you can focus on the use of these verbs and consider the use of these verbs. Thank you very much, dear students, for listening, and I hope that you got all the points that I explained. Thank you very much for listening, and goodbye.